What's going on, guys? Matt Schaeffer back here with another Musaic audiophile build for you. This one, Hi-Fi 3 Plus, in a brand new GT3. So let's go ahead and check it out. So since I always start you out with a subwoofer enclosure, I'll do a brief overview here of what we came up with. We wanted to do something a lot more simple in this one. I'm not sure if any of you guys have seen the other GT3 videos that I've done, audio systems in. I can link those at the end of this build so you can get a grasp of what I'm referring to. Generally, we'll do a lot more aesthetic subwoofer enclosure. This customer just wanted to keep things more simplistic. So we did more of a simple enclosure. We still have the two 10-inch Utopia M subwoofers in there, all hidden. You cannot see the equipment. And we matched the Alcantara suede on the face, matched the GT3 logo there in a printed pod to match what you see there in the right in front of the shifter. And then when I look at the GT3 RSs, the one thing that really stands out to me is going to be these louvers that you can find on the front fenders. Makes this simple enclosure look a lot more aggressive. So again, we 3D scanned the enclosure after we were done building it, left some openings there, and then printed out these louvers, which again look really cool. If you can see through the glass here, you have that pretty cool aggressive look. You got the louvers there, which makes the rear end of this look pretty aggressive from the inside. We have the grills wrapped in grill cloth up there. You can see that the whole thing tapers down, so it's pretty much flush from the front, but tapers out to where you can see more of the depth of the subwoofer trim on the rear of the enclosure. This bolts into the factory tie down areas where like the kid child seat tie downs are, because I think they have to have them there by law. So this thing does bolt down to factory locations in the back. Here is another view from the direct front of the enclosure. So pretty cool. Sleek, simple, but also fits the styling of the vehicle. Now, as far as the front speakers go, we did a Focal 3-way Utopia M set in here. So I'll show you some pictures behind this front door panel. Obviously everything fully sound treated on the outside of the door panel, inside of the door panel, and then the physical door card itself, fully sound treated. We made some adapters for the 8-inch Utopia M mid-base. Those are going to rest in the factory location at the bottom of the door, followed by the mid-range in the factory location in the middle of the door. And then for the tweeters, we built these really nice A-pillars here. So A-pillars refabricated. That TBM tweeter to put in the factory location would have had to be heavily modified, so we would have had to cut some of the plastic, which we can always revert this car back to factory if need be. So we didn't want to cut that location there in case, again, this car ever goes back to factory. He would just have to swap out the pillars, buy new pillars, and then everything can go 100% back to factory. But yeah, you got the TBM tweeters there, matching Alcantara suede on the pillar itself. Really nice trim we built here on this tweeter. The grille pattern matches what you see at the lower part of the door. Have the nice matte black chamfer trim in there. So yeah, that looks really good. So that makes up pretty much the entire audio system. We have the rear speakers, which are factory. We did some sound treatment on the floor. Again, this is a GT3 RS. A lot of people, enthusiasts, are going to be like, why would you put all this stuff in a GT3 RS? We go over this anytime I ever do a GT3 RS. Most of the people buying these cars are not using this as a track queen car, right? They're driving this to enjoy the vehicle, which is why this specific client also elected to install the comfort seats in this, so it would be more comfortable while driving. At the end of the day, the styling of the car, the performance of the car, you can only get when you elect to buy the GT3 version of the car. Therefore, you know, you want to enjoy the car for how you want to enjoy it. And a lot of people will be like, hey, I want the engine to be the music. Great. You can drive your car with just the engine screaming. That's fine, but you can also enjoy this in a totally separate way. Listen to some Dire Straits on a windy road driving a GT3. It makes it a lot more fun to own a car like this when you can do that, and you have more of a studio sound within the vehicle itself. Now, as far as the DSP, We use the Helix V12 DSP amplifier, which is installed underneath the passenger side floorboard. This is where the factory amplifier resides. That comes out. A nav TV digital preamp interface is going to be installed in that location. So we're getting the digital signal from the factory radio that's going to our DSP amplifier through the nav TV piece, and we're getting a perfect signal from that factory radio. So everything's integrated perfectly to the factory. This is going to be our DSP controller. This is the Helix conductor. This is going to control the main volume, the subwoofer volume, and the different presets that we're using. Again, we 3D scanned this area, 3D printed this pod to house this controller here to look 100% built in and factory. We have a Helix P1 amplifier. That's going to be our mono amplifier, which is going to go to our 2 Utopia M10s in the back. That is installed here underneath the driver's side floorboard, along with the Uniden R9W CPU. If you want to see that video on the R9W on this car, which is the stealth radar and laser integration we did, go ahead and check out that video. I'll link it at the end of this one. We have our SP4000 here. So we're going to have music loaded onto here. This is also going to have all of our streaming services like Tidal, like Spotify, Pandora, Qbuzz, anything that you're generally going to use on your phone can be run through here. Again, this is going to have much better DACs, much better processing, and this is going to really shine in an audio system that is done with better equipment. Our sound stage, our width, our depth, all changes pretty drastically once we start running a player like this. So this is going to be your best source for audio, period, inside this audio system. It's a modular mount here for the cup holder that puts it in an easy place to use. Again, just trying to figure out solutions for the car to mount the player when in use, but everything can be fully removed if you want to use the cup holder. And then, like I was saying before, this is going to be our main volume. That's going to be our subwoofer volume. And then that's going to be whatever preset that we're on. So that's how the conductor works and integrates into the vehicle. Like I said, we did the Uniden R9W in this one, stealth install in the front. These are some of the cool panels that we make when we 3D print things for the inside of the vehicle, just to make everything look factory. This is going to be the stealth display. Again, if you want to see the shifter housings that we done and how it performed with all the good guns on the market, go ahead and check out the video at the end of this video. So thank you guys so much for, again, always following along all of my videos. If this is the first video you're seeing us do, make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure you like the video, help out that algorithm. Hit the alert bell letting you know anytime we drop a new video. Like I said, this is not the first GT3 we've done. We've done a slew of GT3s. All have been very different, so go ahead and check out those videos linked at the end of this one. Make sure you follow us on TikTok. We'll drop a lot of videos on here before they make it out to YouTube. So radar laser testing, audio walkthroughs, it's a good source to find that content. If you're more of an Instagram person, go ahead and follow us there. We do a lot of reels and same type of video content before it makes it out to YouTube. Make sure you check out our website, musaicdesign.com. If you go there and you can go through the collection of all the cars that we've done, you can see all the Porsches that we've done in the past, how we've integrated in, how we've done the systems, how we've done the radar systems. So again, if you're trying to figure out where we can do this, because there are levels to audio, there are levels to radar. If you want to see the extreme, if you want to see the basic, go ahead, check us out there, musaicdesign.com. That's going to be the full stop shop to find the full build logs and the videos of every single car that we've ever done. If you are an audiophile like this guy, obviously GT3, where he's doing a audiophile grade type system in this thing, make sure you check out our podcast. It's called the Old Fashioned Car Audio Podcast. This is streaming anywhere that you can find podcasts. This is going to be a good source of information to see how we make these cars sound good. Kind of went over some of the details of this before I got into it on TikTok and Instagram. Made some reels showing the factory equipment in this car. So essentially this car has the Bose system, labeled Bose. I think a lot of people don't really understand that, like when you're getting a Bose system, if you're getting the Burmeister system, for instance, the only thing that you're getting is that company is tuning the car for their signature sound. So the biggest difference between this and Burmeister is they're tuning the car for their signature sound from Burmeister. A lot of times it's the same equipment. A lot of times it's made in the same factory. It's not made by Burmeister. It's not made by Bose. It is in fact made in the same types of factories. And this goes for all different brands, not just Porsche with Bose and Burmeister. In fact, in like the Audi RS6, the Lamborghini Urus, the Bentley Bentayga, there's 3 different coined manufacturers typed upgraded systems there. All of them use the same exact part number drivers. The only difference is the tune, right? Just bringing to light that information of what you're really getting when you're getting a Porsche with Bose, a Porsche with Burmeister. And in fact, this is labeled Bose, but the speakers that came out of this door were branded ASE, right? ASE is going to be their base model stereo system. So the speakers on this GT3 were actually labeled ASE and not Bose. So again, just understand what you're physically getting when you're getting these systems. It's all cheap equipment, and they can make it sound somewhat decent based off the DSP processing, the tuning of the physical vehicle. So keep that in mind. Something like this, I mean, this is a massive upgrade from where this vehicle came from. So like I said, at the end of the day, if you want to have more detail on audio systems and how to make your car sound better, check out our podcast, the Old Fashioned Car Audio Podcast. If you want to contact me for a job, here is my phone number followed by my email address. These are the 2 best points of contact for me. And like always, guys, I appreciate the feedback, appreciate the follow, and
until next time, peace.